Hello, America. This is Annette. I'm coming to you live from Virginia once again on the subject of criminal justice reform. Are we doing enough to help our leaders? Are we doing enough to help our fellow communities make this movement happen? We need criminal justice reform now. We don't need criminal justice reform tomorrow. We do not need another study done by another legislator or a congressman or a senator because they've all been done. The Second Chance for All Act was signed by President Bush. It stood for more than just drug courts. It was supposed to stand for more than just more corporate greed with people that need help, alcoholics and addicts. We closed down the mental facilities in the 70s, the 80s. We had the prisons built in the 90s. You know, you took half the people I know from the community I come from, went to prison, or has been tied up in court one way or another to keep that door revolving, to make that God almighty dollar that the government makes at the expense of the minority of the poor people, whatever you want to call us. I'm on a farm. I'm a mother. I have stood in a courtroom again and again. And you know, it wasn't always of my making. It was not always of my making. I am standing here today just as well as I respectfully stood there in that courtroom. And what I was saying, taking up for others. I took up for somebody else before I took up for myself. All those laws was coming into effect with the mandatory minimums, and that courthouse had more on its hands than that little town ever seen. Now, I have done my part again and again and again by one courthouse. I have done my part again and again and again by my family. I have done my part again and again and again by my community. I have done my part again and again and again by my country. We are supposed to be a country that cares about one another, that helps one another. We have turned into the most selfish people I have ever seen in my life. We are battling with the epidemic of drug addiction. Our government has us locked up for things that non-violent crimes. Nobody's standing up. This is something I have never, ever, ever been quiet about. This is when I say people don't like me when I really open my mouth. Because my whole life I have meant business and I don't play. I stand for my communities. I stand for everybody. And I stand for people treating each other right and wrong. Now, I have been part of the last decade taking down a profit away from people, CEOs, a sick profit to keep families connected. They were making millions and millions, if not billions, but that ain't happening no more. Good job, guys, on stopping those phone rates, because family connections are important. Family connections are very important. And where we come from, we can't afford to pay no $10 or $15 a phone call. We need our government working with us. Our government took the education out the prisons. And now y'all acting like y'all doing us a favor putting them back. Well, you know what, government? You know, your own families and your own communities and your own neighborhoods, y'all's people's in prison now. You know, y'all have lost y'all's kids to drug addiction and mental illness now. I'm 49 years old, and I have stood beside communities and seen the best of them die at such a young age or go to prison for crimes they didn't commit. I have stood beside teenagers battling demons that needed help. They couldn't find help in our communities. They couldn't find help. You tell me, where are we reaching out for the teenagers to feel comfortable? Our country needs to be more accepting of us all. Every one of us needs to be more accepting. We need to start listening, and we need to start working together as a team in America. Please, America, get involved in criminal justice reform. Please, if you did not watch the State of the Union, please watch President Barack Obama's State of the Union, and you'll understand. Because most of this stuff that's been getting said again and again and again this past year, I've told everybody. But see, everybody was busy judging me before they stood beside me, because we need to learn to stand beside each other and not have a chest beating contest. When somebody wants help or needs help, don't laugh at them. Don't make fun of them. Don't take their inventory of why they need help, because some people genuinely need help. Now, I'm on a farm. I've been on disability for 20 years. I own a gun, a registered gun. I'm a registered voter. I'm a registered gun owner. And I got just as much right to speak up for my people as anybody else does in this country or this world. I have just sat here a long time and done and done and done and did and did and did and always been the responsible one. Why am I the responsible one? Why? And even with all my mess ups, you know what? I know good and well. I helped raise so many kids, it's not funny. I know good and well for the last 14 years, my home has been for people that the state or the community rejected, because I have a good heart. I would open my door to anybody that needed help, because again and again and again, when I needed help, people either used it as a weapon against me, and even in a courtroom that promised me somebody's freedom and still made that person do 25 years. You lied to me. You said that you would let them out. You knew they were not guilty. Now that's here in the Commonwealth of Virginia. And we know the 21-day ruling, and we know we don't want to disrespect deceased judges. We know we don't want to disrespect the Supreme Court. This is not about disrespect. This is about a broken system that has us all, from judges to regular everyday people, to artists, to entertainers, to politicians. It has us all trapped. And America needs to accept not everybody has to be thrown away, lock and key behind doors for the rest of their life just because you're mad at them, or because they did a horrendous crime that they need some type of punishment. But why take their whole life? Now, I have helped raise, with the rest of the good advocates that we have in Virginia, in America, and around the world. We raised the juvenile death penalty from 16 to 18. I want Virginia to end the death penalty. I want Virginia to end the death penalty, not in our name again. I want Barack Obama to end the death penalty. We have a mess. We all have been playing God too long in America, and it's time we get some values and morals back. Thank you. Bless everyone, and every bit of this is in respect for my country, respect for my people, respect